Chance for some afternoon storms returning today. Well, we had some heavy rain in parts of Chilton County. Let's take you over to our first alert weather headlines. And tomorrow, more scattered storms into the afternoon. Showers and storms will be likely on Sunday. It's still kind of hit or miss tomorrow, but wet weather Sunday. I'd plan for the greater rain chance Sunday, especially into the afternoon and evening. And the wet pattern, it's going to continue into next week. So the pattern change is happening. 80s and 90s out there as we check out the radar at the moment here on First Alert Weather Extra. The rain, it's all settled down for most areas. There were a couple of sprinkles right around places like Leeds. We had storms earlier. They dissipated. But what happens a lot of times on these hot summer-like setups like this, you get the hot, steamy weather, and then you have a storm. It pops up, rain falls, kind of cools things off. So as that rain-cooled air moves along the landscape, it leaves, you can actually see on the radar, the air, and that air as it kind of rushes out, it's cooler, it's more dense, and as it spreads northward there, and we actually have a south flow, it kicks up debris, leaves, things like that, some dust, and you can see it on radar. You can detect that outflow boundary, or it's kind of like a mini cold front. And that's moving to the north here towards Birmingham. I know we got the street festival happening tonight, so that's going to make for some nicer conditions, help to knock down the temperature maybe a few degrees there as that moves on to the north. Looking good in T-Town right now. It's been a hot one. No rain at the moment, but that little boundary with some of that rain-cooled air moving north there towards Cottondale and back towards Kings Mill Road. Also around Talladega and I mentioned St. Clair County and northern Shelby County. We actually had one little shower around Harpersville, and that's all moving to the north. But here's our weekend. We're talking scattered storms again tomorrow afternoon, and it looks like for Sunday, if you don't see much rain tomorrow night, and there will be a lot of areas that will stay dry tomorrow, so I would certainly plan to water tomorrow. Then we get to Sunday and look for those storms more likely later in the day. Let's talk about what's to come here as we continue on First Alert Weather Extra, and we'll take you into next week, the 7-day that is coming up, and we always go beyond the 7-day. And we've got the Absolutely Alabama segment today, talking a little bit about weather and seafood. We got a forecast for the Gulf Coast, big show happening there at the Hangout, and how does the green screen work? We're going to have some fun here later in the show, so stay with us. You're watching First Alert Weather Extra. The Next Big Thing gives you a heads up days ahead of the next big storm system. The Next 24 gives you the most accurate and updated look at tomorrow. And the Next 60 gives you a 60-minute advantage against Mother Nature. Knowing what's next, days, hours, or minutes away, this is why we First Alert.
When we declare First Alert Weather Day, it's all hands on deck. We're on your side and in your hand with the First Alert Weather app. While Wes and the rest of the team track changes moment to moment, the app keeps you prepared and safe with video and alerts for your neighborhood. And if the power goes out, no worries, you can stream us anywhere. It's easy and it's always on. Stay ahead of Alabama weather. Just scan and tap and have the First Alert Weather app. This is why we First Alert.
On Good Day Alabama, we treat severe weather with the highest priority. It's more than just meteorologists. Everyone plays a part. Having more reporters in more places takes you beyond the First Alert, showing you the impact that we see on radar. We're live in your neighborhood when you need us. On air, online, and on the app. That's the advantage of having the most reporters on your side. That's the advantage of Good Day Alabama.
Our lives revolve around planning for what's next, like the next ball game.
One hot dog with ketchup? It's the same with weather. That's why we're on your side with the next big thing, the next 60, and the next 24. Knowing what's next, days, hours, or minutes away.
This is why we First Alert. Who puts ketchup on a hot dog?
Getting live breaking news and local updates has never been easier. That's because we're on your side with the WBRC streaming app. Need updates between newscasts? You can catch up quick here. And when we're live on TV, we're live here too. Just search WBRC on your Roku, Amazon Fire, or Apple TV. WBRC Fox 6 News is on your side.
Welcome back to First Alert Weather Extra, and a lot going on down on the Gulf Coast, a lot here at home, of course, this weekend. We've been talking about the Hangout Festival that's happening down at Gulf Shores this weekend. Will there be any stormy weather? Well, Matt Daniel checks in with the latest on the outlook for the Alabama Gulf Coast.
All right, we're back to the weekend, and maybe you want to head on over to the Gulf Coast, enjoy some waves, the scenery. Well, let's give you that forecast, let you know what to expect as we go into Saturday and Sunday. So I do want to mention about the rip current forecast, and unfortunately, you want to stay out the waters. You see a red flag out on the beach, that means we've got a high rip current threat. So that's going to occur Saturday, Sunday, and going into Monday. It's going to be breezy at times with winds out of the south-southeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Could see higher gusts than that. The good news about the water temperatures, though, starting to warm up again. A few days ago, it was 82 degrees. Now it's at 83. So those waters are getting ready for the summer months as we go into June, July, and August. Of course, one of the big deals down in the Gulf Shores is the Hangout Music Festival Saturday going into Sunday. Unfortunately, might have to dodge some showers and storms, especially in the afternoon hours. Notice at 11 a.m. is when it starts. Saturday, looking at lower 80s. We'll stay in the 80s as we go into the afternoon, but notice that rain chance ramps up to about 60 to 70%. So might have to deal with some showers and storms. There could be some issues with some of those concerts. And then as we go into the evening, I'm hoping that maybe those rain chances sort of move on out and you get to enjoy some of those headliners. And then as we go into Sunday, similar idea. The bulk of the rain could be in the morning hours, and we might hopefully end up a little bit drier for the end of the day. So by 8 to 11 p.m., maybe just a small rain chance with temperatures right around 80 degrees for Sunday. So let's go ahead and show you the future radar for the Gulf Coast. If you are heading down to the beach, notice as we go into Sunday morning, that's when we could see some rain. Hopefully it rains early in the morning and then it's out of here by Sunday evening. And that's what this model is showing. By 7 p.m., the bulk of that moisture might end up just to the north with temperatures cooling off into the 70s. And then as we go into Monday, there's still chances for some spotty showers and storms and temperatures warming up Monday into the low to mid 80s. So here's a look at that 7-day forecast for the Gulf Coast. Unfortunately, not the greatest weather going into the weekend or next week, but we're looking at about a 60 to 70% chance for rain Saturday, 80% chance for showers and storms on Sunday, hopefully, like I said, in the morning hours. And then as we go into Monday, so looking at scattered showers and storms and maybe just spotty showers going into Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Temperatures in the mid 80s, and I'm hoping by the time we go towards the end of the week, going into Memorial Day weekend, it might end up dry and very pleasant. So that would be some good news going into next weekend. By the way, if you are heading down to the Gulf Coast, going to the lakes, mountains, wherever you plan on going for the weekend, make sure you download the WBRC First Alert weather app. It will give you weather updates no matter where you travel. And of course, you can get radar through there, and it'll notify you if there's any lightning nearby or some heavy rain. Remember, when thunder roars, you need to go indoors. Have a great weekend.
And what kind of impact has the recent weather pattern, the weather we've been dealing with in general, how does that impact the seafood market and the seafood industry here in the state of Alabama? Well, meteorologist Fred Hunter has this report from South Alabama.
All right, we have a real treat here today. We have Scott Simpson, who is the executive chef and co-owner of the Depot restaurant in Auburn. And Scott obviously knows a lot about cooking, but we're here at the Alabama Seafood Festival cook-off. And so, Scott, obviously the question turns to seafood. Talk about the seasonal nature. I know salinity and all those things change with the weather. So talk about that with regard to what you do in Alabama Gulf Coast seafood.
Well, one of the blessings of being in a great state like Alabama is you've got a big, broad Gulf Coast. You got a lot of different products that are being harvested. There's a lot of different oyster farmers all around, from Bayou La Batterie all along. And so I think that we are fortunate that if there's something happens that sort of means that the quality may not be great from one particular area, they're ready to, without hesitation, protect consumers, close that down because of water quality or otherwise. And even salinity. I've had some of the farmers say, I don't want you to try it. The salinity levels aren't where we want them at. So, I feel like there's a inherent natural protection for their namesake of the product quality. They're not, just like I wouldn't serve something to you that was old, they're not going to serve something to you that's not up to the name on their particular little micro harvesting area. So So that's one thing I would say, is that we have had times where there's been a storm and it's been shut down certain areas, and maybe I've had to go outside the area, but I'm never forced to serve something that is not of superior quality and something that we're proud of. And I feel like I'm able to work in collaboration with the Gulf Coast fishermen and these oyster farms to get something that everybody's going to be proud of and everybody's going to enjoy.
And obviously you're coming into your prime season because there's so many things you do with fresh vegetables and things there in southeast Alabama.
Right.
This is prime time for you. This is like Christmas for a chef.
It sure is. It sure is. And so, we have to make decisions and showcase the best of the best that we can on the menu. And so, I usually run 6 different fresh oysters raw. And I use East, West, and Gulf Coast to kind of showcase the quality. I want people who are thinking like, oh, I'm from California and we have this great oyster out there. I'm like, oh, just try that one and try this one. Or if they're from they get a chance to try some Western caught off of Massachusetts or Virginia area, Chesapeake Bay. They can try all those things and see the different characteristics of those oysters. So I'm very selective, and I talk to the people and I showcase as many of the people as I can. I had the Admiral Cove guy out in our bar. We did a big introduction when they first got their oysters on the market, and just to introduce them to our guests. I invited up for oyster night. We featured it on our website, and we had a ton of people come out. We sold out about 600 oysters, I'd say, in about an hour and a half.
And I do have to ask you finally, a lot of us grew up in an era where they said, well, you're supposed to eat oysters in a month with an R, which meant May, June, July. You didn't, in August, I guess, you didn't eat oysters. Right. That kind of is almost an old wives' tale. Talk about consuming oysters in Alabama in the hot summertime.
Right. I would say that that is a lingering sort of a precautionary thing that may have been helpful in times past. And I would liken it to, people say you got to eat your pork well done. Okay, that's kind of changed because the way they raise things now, the pork isn't fed the kind of the diet that it was fed in the past, and it's a lot safer. And these animals are a lot healthier, and you're getting them from a source that's checking them, and there's specialists that are involved in our industry to make sure that that pork is great. So you don't necessarily have to overcook it to have a great pork dish. Back to the oysters, I feel like we have the same thing. I'm looking over there at Colonel Scott Bannon, and I feel like he protects the quality of the oysters that are being harvested, that they're not being over-harvested, but also that there's a safety, that the water, if there's any risk at all to, because of the bacteria levels that are going in the water, he's going to make sure that they're not on the market. And so, there's a slightly different taste as the oysters kind of change, but that's something to be enjoyed, right? So on our menu, we have Copper River salmon. It's a certain time of the year. It fattens up to try to make it swim upstream, and you're going to have a little better marbling, a little different taste than you would in your average. Certainly nothing like what you're getting the Atlantic salmon in the store. So it's the same way with the oysters. I feel like, as long as the water is still got that freshness to it and cleanness to it, you're going to enjoy a very safe, special treat. Sometimes we liken it to kind of almost a cream corn flavor that you may not get other places in cold waters at other times of the year.
So if I come to Auburn and come to the depot on the 4th of July, I can get fresh oysters.
We're always going to have fresh oysters for you. Always going to have fresh oysters for you.
There you go. There's an update on Gulf Coast seafood and the weather, and it's all absolutely Alabama.
So, Lauren, you like raw oysters?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if folks out there, if you like the raw oysters, you can let us know. And by the way, if you ever have any questions about the any of the segments that we have here, you can always let us know on Facebook. But that was a great segment.
It was, and I can't believe I worked in Columbus as long as I did, and Auburn was in part of our viewing area.
Yeah.
And I never went there, so I'm a little hurt right now.
I know, I'm ready for a road trip.
Yeah.
Fred brings back he tells us about we see all these stories and places to check out. And you're probably noticing lots of green here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have. We're going to have some fun here coming up.
And it's not St. Patrick's Day, it's May.
It's May.
March, not May.
Well, a lot of folks always say, you know, you guys, I see you on the wall when you're pointing and you're showing all the weather maps, but do you still use the green screen?
Right.
And yes, we do. We still use a green screen when we're forecasting the weather. And coming up, you're going to tell us a little bit more about that.
I am, but I had to wear all green in order to do that.
That's
so
right.
Stay tuned.
Notice the yellow, right? All right, we're going to be talking about that coming up. So we got more, including the 7-day forecast right after this as we continue.
Every morning on Good Day Alabama, we know the news that matters the most to you is the news that hits closest to home.
And we know that to tell the best story means going to where the story is. That's why having more reporters in more places is so essential.
Giving you more local stories that impact your family, your school, and your safety.
On air, online, and on the app.
That's the advantage of having the most reporters on your side. That's the advantage of Good Day Alabama.
I hear from people all the time with questions about healthcare, their insurance, and the safety of certain treatments. I'm Morgan Hightower, and I investigate these stories because if I were being taken advantage of, or if my family couldn't get the help they needed, I would want to know how to take action. That's why WBRC Fox 6 News investigates. We're on your side, getting answers, keeping you informed and safe. Contact us when you need a team on your side.
Get pinpoint locations down to your street level on the First Alert Weather app. You can download by searching WBRC in your app store. That's accuracy you can plan on.
I hear from people all the time having problems with their landlord or worried about being ripped off by a bad business. I'm Josh Gann, and I investigate stories like these because if I had questions about protecting my finances or how to save more money, I would want the best advice available. That's why WBRC Fox 6 News investigates. We're on your side getting answers, keeping you informed and safe. Contact us when you need a team on your side.
Get First Alert weather and breaking news. Follow us on Twitter. Search at WBRC News.
Get First Alert weather and breaking news. Follow us on Facebook. Search at WBRC News.
All right, welcome back to First Alert Weather Extra, and we are tracking higher rain chances. Look at this. I mean, that is a pattern change. We've been mainly dry, and over the next several days, if you don't see rain tomorrow, at least Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, also on a Wednesday, you got a chance of seeing some wet weather. You know, a lot of times when we get into these patterns here where we haven't had a lot of rain. Now, some of us, we've had some rain, but some areas it hasn't rained in several days. And I think, you know, Sunday, one of the things we need to watch out for is with the ground being very dry in many locations. Sometimes I've seen that kind of impact the coverage of wet weather, and it wouldn't surprise me if those storms started moving in from the north and we saw a little bit of weakening there on Sunday, but I still think we're going to see some afternoon development going on. The winds have been out of the south, and the wind's quite gusty today. That strong south flow and that breeze out of the south is going to help us tonight if you're out and about. I know it's kind of warm, feeling like summertime, but that will help improve those comfort levels just a little bit. We had some rain, a few isolated showers that moved to the north, but those showers have since weakened. And for the rest of tonight, just not seeing a lot of wet weather. Breezy, temperatures in the 70s or 80s, tumbling into the 70s. Overnight lows tonight in the upper 60s, low 70s around the state. This model in the morning, I expect dry weather to start the day. Sometimes when we have some of those morning low clouds, that model will show a little bit of green there, but not seeing any wet weather early on. But in the afternoon, after 1 o'clock, be prepared for some pop-up storms and showers. I know all week we've been giving you that first alert about the possibility of increasing rain chances starting on Saturday. However, even tomorrow, a lot of areas will stay dry, but some storms will be out there. Certainly a better coverage compared to what we saw today and certainly yesterday. But watch out late in the day as temperatures rise into the 90s. Those cells will start to pop up, and there could be some intense lightning with some of those. But any delays tomorrow will be quite temporary once again. As you can see, 91 there around 6 o'clock. 90 in Tuscaloosa, another very hot day on the way for tomorrow. Then we get to tomorrow night. looks mainly dry through the evening hours, but late tomorrow night and into Sunday, we're going to be tracking a cold front that's going to move in. We could see some wet weather try to slip in here from the north early Sunday morning, but then again by Sunday afternoon, we need to watch out for some redevelopment here and a good chance with that front moving in. Look at this model in particular showing a great opportunity for some rain there late on Sunday. Could be some strong to severe storms in the mix. Gusty winds, some big hail producers, intense lightning. And I've said this before, a lot of times you get in late May, June, July, and August. Many times when you have storms, you may not even see a risk for organized severe weather, but there's always that threat of a storm reaching severe levels with some high wind gusts and some large hail. So we'll need to watch out for that. There is a marginal severe risk for Sunday from the Storm Prediction Center that includes parts of West Alabama. But USFL during the day, a few isolated storms starting around 1 o'clock. We'll need to keep an eye out. I know last Saturday out at Protective Stadium we had the rain storm delay. There's a chance that there could be a pop-up again tomorrow. But I think for the Stallions game, especially by 7, 8 o'clock tomorrow night, we'll see the chances rapidly dropping off during the evening hours. But the chance of wet weather Sunday, high rain chances, that system that moves in, it stalls. So into next week, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, more rain and storms. And for Election Day, I'd plan for the possibility of some wet weather. Look at the temperature Monday, around 78 degrees. So the temperature takes a tumble with those higher rain chances. And I want to bring in meteorologist Jill Gilardi. Jill, it's been a while. I was talking a lot about Sunday. It's been a while since we've seen that kind of coverage of rain and storms in the forecast. It's been probably months here since we've seen rain chances over 50%, more than 3 or 4 days, right?
Yeah, our lawn and garden watching right now or smiling? No, they're not watching, but we know they need the rain. I have so many droopy plants, so I'm hoping Mother Nature hooks me up because I keep forgetting every time. I'm like, okay, I'll get you later, and then I forget and stuff happens. But yeah, I'm a bad plant mom, I guess. Let's take a look beyond the 7-day, and we're going to focus on Memorial Day weekend. So we get you to Saturday morning, and we have clear skies. It looks like the flow is going to be coming in from the north, so that would result in dry weather. The both models trending drier now. This was the model that was trending a little wetter, but it backed off. Now it does show a hint of clouds and maybe a shower for Memorial Day, but again, generally it's looking dry right now all the way through Memorial Day weekend. So that is some positive news to report. Again, a small rain chance going beyond the 7-day. We will see again the wetter pattern setting up next week. We go beyond the 7-day. It looks like it backs off a little bit. Certainly could use some rain, almost 3 inches below normal for this time of year, and that below average trend will continue 8 to 14 days out. And in terms of temperatures, looks like we're going to be a little bit on the toasty side, but the real rough stuff will be shifting back towards the Midwest. So again, we'll see those temperatures finally backing off, as Wes was mentioning, as we head into especially early next week, maybe the second part of the weekend, with those storms popping up. Wes?
All right, Jill, it is feeling like summertime, and I wanted to show we got some lovely.
That is nice.
Yeah, you like that? That's from Panama City. Danny Ashley sharing that on the First Alert Weather app, and some lovely photos there. Let's see what we have. We got another photo from Panama City from Gary Ernest, sharing that one. Lots of Gulf Coast photos. I saw last week some lovely photos there. We're getting closer and closer to the Atlantic hurricane season, which begins on June the 1st. Again, the Hangout Festival happening this weekend down on the Gulf Coast. Watch out tomorrow for scattered storms Saturday afternoon, and especially on Sunday. Well, after the break, we're going to have some fun here in Weather World. We still use the magic green screen to help deliver weather information. We're going to show you how that works as we check in with meteorologist Lauren Linehan after the break. Stay with us.
Getting live breaking news and local updates has never been easier. That's because we're on your side with the WBRC streaming app. Need updates between newscasts? You can catch up quick here. And when we're live on TV, we're live here too, giving you more ways to get caught up with everything happening where you live. Plus, exclusive videos from your First Alert weather team. It's easy to use and it's free. Just search WBRC on your Roku, Amazon Fire, or Apple TV. WBRC Fox 6 News is on your side.
You've got enough to worry about every day. That's why the First Alert Weather Team is on your side, so you can plan with confidence and take the worry out of weather. With exclusive First Alert AccuTrack, we pinpoint storms before they arrive. And with Weather Every 6, you are always informed. Alabama's weather changes fast, but we're working even faster, updating and alerting you first. We know your plans are important. This is why we First Alert.
Every morning on Good Day Alabama, we're on your side trying to get you where you're going safely. First Alert Traffic updates you on slowdowns and gives you alternate routes. Having more reporters covering the roads you drive on gives you even more info to help you know more about why it happened and when it will be cleared. On air, online, and on the app. That's the advantage of having the most reporters on your side. That's the advantage of Good Day Alabama.
I get calls and emails all the time from people wanting to know how cities, counties, and the state are spending their tax dollars. I'm Jennifer Horton, and I investigate how your tax dollars are being used because I don't want your money or mine wasted or fraudulently spent by politicians in power. That's why WBRC Fox 6 News investigates. We're on your side, following the paper trail, asking the tough questions, and giving you the facts. Contact us when you need a team on your side.
Welcome back, Chief Meteorologist Wes Wyatt. I want to bring in meteorologist Lauren Linehan. One of the tools that we still use in weather, which is such a great way because to track storms, we still use the chroma key wall in meteorology and broadcast meteorology to help out with delivering weather information, Lauren. And you're going to kind of show us some of the ropes on how that works and how we utilize that here in the First Alert Weather Center.
Right, and that was not the plan today, but I happen to wear all green. I keep saying, yeah, and this is what happens when you don't try on clothes in the store and you buy them online, but we're just gonna go with it. We're gonna make it work. So you notice here, I've got an actual TV screen behind me. This is one of our monitors in the Weather Center, and so I can stand in front of it with green and talk to you all day long, no big deal. But let's switch over to the green screen. The green screen has several different names. It's called the green screen, you can call it the chroma key, like Wes was saying, or the key wall. And this is one of the greatest technologies we have at our disposal. A lot of TV stations now are getting these big monitors that you can stand in front of and not have to worry about the green screen. But here's the deal. Oh my gosh. Here's the deal. Oh wow, this is about as green as it gets. So the deal is with the green screen, the issue with it is as a meteorologist, you can't wear green in front of it because the camera that I'm looking into right now, it is programmed. It basically has a computer chip inside of it. It is programmed, hey camera, anytime you see green, you're gonna replace it with a weather map that we have in our system. So the camera sees green and wherever that is, whether it's on this green screen behind me, and let's go ahead and turn off the radar so you can actually see what the green screen looks like. If we can do that, oh look. Yeah, and so this is if we tell the computer, if we say, okay, we're not going to put a map there. This is what it actually looks like in real life. So when we walk in here into the studio, you know, we look behind us, we're seeing green. We're not seeing a weather map. So how in the world do we know where to point, especially when there's severe weather? We have to pinpoint, give you that first alert, exactly where these storms are going, what that ETA is. So let's put the map back on now. The idea is that now that we have the green screen in place, that green screen technology, we can look to TV screens on the side of the camera, and we also have a TV screen right below the camera that I'm looking to you in, and it shows us the image that you're seeing at home. So because that computer is programmed, hey, anytime I see green, if you have a map pulled up, I'm going to put it there so people can see it at home. But I have to use these TV screens on the side and the one in front of me to be able to see. But that's the rule. If you talk with any broadcast meteorologist, they don't have a lot of green in their wardrobe. So I knew today, I was like, I'm not going to be doing the forecast. Wes will be doing it, so I'm going to wear a green outfit to work. But then everyone kept saying, maybe you should get on the green screen and tell people how it works. So yeah, here we go. Not the headless horseman, maybe the bodiless meteorologist giving you a forecast on this Freaky Friday. So that is a little green screen magic here. How about it, guys?
I didn't see that. I'm going to have nightmares tonight.
Yes, I hope that is my goal here, to give you all some nightmares going into the weekend. So first alert for nightmares.
Hey, great job, Lauren. You know, we have a lot of fun with that, and it's such a great tool. One of the reasons we utilize that tool is we can really zoom in, get into your neighborhood, your street. It's easy to see, and it's such a great tool. It's withstood the test of time. We've been using that technology for so many years. Help chroma key to, help really decipher where storms are going, giving you you those first alert times and track the severe weather. But that's just one of many ways we have here in the First Alert Weather Center to keep you informed. It's utilize that technology. And another day, what we're going to show you is how we can actually move the maps around on the green screen, which is kind of cool from a meteorological standpoint. All right, as we look at the Super 7-day forecast moving ahead, again, watch out for some of those afternoon showers and storms tomorrow. Again, on Sunday, showers and storms likely. And next week, it looks like more showers and storms. We'll be tracking that wet weather every 6 minutes on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. You can catch us at 4. Get those radar updates right here on WBRC Fox 6. I hope you have a wonderful, safe weekend. Keep an eye to the sky for that wet weather returning for Saturday and Sunday. Lauren, Fred's here over the weekend. I'm back tonight with updates at 9, 9:30, and 10 on WBRC Fox 6 News. Have a wonderful Friday evening.